Kimchi Jjim or braised kimchi with pork. Kimchi Jjim is a braised kimchi with meat or fish, typically with pork. The main difference between kimchi stew is that the amount of liquid used. The resulting dish is drier than kimchi stew with concentrated flavors. When making Kimchi Jjim, it is common to use whole kimchi and large chunks of meat without cutting them into smaller pieces. But it's completely fine to cut kimchi and meat into smaller pieces if you prefer. But for today, I'm going to use whole kimchi and 1 kilogram of pork scotch fillet. Firstly, sear your meat with a little bit of cooking oil, salt, and pepper. It is important that you sear your meat properly. It's this searing process that will enhance the flavor. Once the meat is well seared like this, add whole kimchi on top with 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of Korean fish sauce or 새우젓. If you don't have Korean fish sauce or 새우젓, add half a tablespoon of doenjang, or just without is fine. 1 tablespoon of gochugaru, Korean chili powder, 1 tablespoon of sugar, 1 teaspoon of dashida. This is optional, but if you have it, use it. And lastly, 1 liter of water. For additional vegetables, I'm using some spring onions, and about 5 cloves of garlic. Once you have everything in the pot, put it on high heat until it starts to boil. When it starts to boil, reduce the heat to low-medium and cook for about an hour or hour and a half. If you prefer extra soft kimchi and meat texture, cook for an hour and a half, but if you don't want it to be too soft, just cook for an hour. Personally, I like my kimchi and meat to be extra soft, so I'll be cooking for an hour and a half. Okay, now this is how it looks like after about 40 minutes of cooking. And it's probably a good idea to flip the kimchi upside down so it's cooked well all around. And this is how it looks like after an hour and a half. Once you're at this point, it's basically done. But before you serve, you can add salt to taste and optionally add some spring onions and roasted sesame seeds to garnish, and you're done. And also, before serving, it's probably best to cut the root off so all the leaves are separated. As you can see, after an hour and a half of braising, I can literally crush the meat without hardly putting any pressure. And kimchi can be easily divided as well. My favorite way to eat Kimchi Jjim is with rice, meat, roasted seaweed, and kimchi. I would eat everything together by wrapping it with kimchi. This way, you would taste the concentrated flavors of Kimchi Jjim that burst in your mouth. Feel free to ask questions and comment your thoughts. If you found this video useful, make sure to click the thumbs up and consider subscribing. This is Korean Kiwi Guy. Thank you for watching and have fun cooking.